Hi, this is S. Nicole. Welcome to my declaration of life. Yes, I am wearing glasses. I can't deny it. I am blind as are bats blind? People say blind as a bat, but I don't know if bats are blind. I'm really trying not to say things that I don't know much information about. Okay, well, I have to wear glasses. And so instead of me trying to be cute without the glasses, no glasses. I said I just can't squint and look at my outline and make sure I cover everything I want to cover. But hopefully you've been watching and I've been playing catch up because it's been a little while since I've done vlogs, over a month, and I just wanted to let y'all know what's been going on. This blog I'm declaring as authentic truths, my current authentic truths that makes me realize I'm a work in progress, and maybe you can give me feedback. Can you relate? I mean, do you think it's okay that I'm thinking this way or anything like that? And kind of celebrate with me some things. Well, my lately I have really been trying to get into a place where I am satisfied with most areas in my life. I was if people don't know my story, I am a social worker. I have a degree in social work, and I just believe in empowering and helping people to be progressive and productive members of society in a positive way. And so I stepped out on fear last year, and took a job in corporate America. I took it because it was safe, and I took it because the job market was kind of scary for social workers in Dallas. And I just took the first thing that came at me because I have a daughter. I'm a single mom. And most of the financial responsibility was falling on me. So I just looked at it as, I need to take care of my business. And that's what I've always done in my life. I've always played it safe. I've always done that. I don't think I've ever had a job prior to getting my degree in social work that I just enjoyed, that I was passionate about. There were normally three elements that motivated me for a job: the pay, the benefits, and honestly, uh, the limited amount of sacrifice. I always took minimum amount of sacrifice for high gain type jobs. And I've had all kinds of jobs. I've had HR jobs. I've been in management for years. I've done IT and been miserable in all of them. And yes, I had the money. And, at one time I had the house with the two cars and took the vacations every year. I did that quote unquote American dream, but I was miserable. And so I decided when I got my degree to do it in what I really wanted to do, which was education, social work, helping families, unifying families. That's what I've always been about. And people who know me know that's just naturally who I am. No one who knows me knows that, oh, she is not corporate America. How did she survive this long? And I didn't. I never really survived long in positions. That's why I was always transitioning. And so last year I took a corporate job because I was stepping out on fear, operating on fear, and not on God's grace. And guess what? I was miserable. I ended up having a boss that wasn't very nice and didn't see the value in what I contributed. And I worked the job, it paid the bills, but it just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. And so I made the decision the last month to walk away from my job after being harassed and being, just overwhelmed. I walked away from a job in this economy without another job in place. And this was truly God just intervening and giving me peace and saying, allow me to take control. For once, Shanika, don't have a plan B. Make my plan the plan. And I cried. I had a pity party for a week, but it did give me time to mentally and emotionally be prepared for the next journey. And then I started applying for jobs, and I only applied for jobs that walked in God's purpose for my life. And believe me, I even got calls about my resume for other jobs that I've had past qualifications for, and I'm talking about good money. I'm talking about IT jobs. I'm talking about, you know, but I said that's fear. God is testing me. Satan is trying to distract me. And I was like, no, 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 no. I'm going to be committed to God's plan. God told me this is his purpose and this is what we're going to do. And it was hard because I'm a fixer and I'm the safe one. So with that in mind, I moved forward and applied for a state job. I had applied for a state job in the last 2 years over and over again. My internship was with a state agency, and I didn't get offered a position. I was devastated, and I didn't understand. Here I was a top intern. I did very well with it. You know, my cases were award winning. I mean, I had one case that appeared on a reality show. I mean, so I'm thinking, why am I not getting this job? And I really believe it was all part of God's journey of humbling me and preparing me for this next step. So I applied for another state job. I applied for a state job and left it alone. I didn't go back. I didn't follow up with my point of contacts. I didn't try to do hookups. I just said, I'm going to apply for it and I'm going to allow my credentials and God's plan to work. And I would apply for other jobs. And then I received interview requests for a child care administrator job. And my mother reminded me, she said, remember when you were young, you wanted to open your own learning center. And I said, oh, you're right, I did. So I was open to that because I felt like that was dealing with children, with families. It was with the Y organization. And I didn't feel like I was qualified for it, but I thought it would give me an opportunity to network and, you know, hone on my interview skills because I've been out of sync with it in regards to doing social work. And it was a great opportunity. It built my confidence. I didn't get offered the job, but I was thinking, okay, that's fine. That works. And so then I start, you know, really evaluating, you know, where I was at confidence wise. And it just seemed like I was confident. And then the state called me and they put in a request for me to do testing. And I've done the test before, but for some reason I was never selected before. So I did the testing. 2 days later, they select me for a face-to-face interview. And at the face-to-face interview, I had another assessment to do. I did the testing for that, did the face-to-face interview. They said, oh, it's going to take, you know, she said, you know, after the interview, well, this may take a week, this may take 2 weeks, this may take 2 months, this may take 6 months, you know. It depends on your background check. It depends on what's availability, you know, things of that nature. And I said, okay, that's fine. And I didn't get anxious about it. I was so proud of myself. Normally I go through anxiety attacks, and I just prayed and I said, Lord, let your will be done. Let this opportunity anywhere, as long as it's within your plan, I'm going to go with it. I'm not going to second guess it. And believe me, keep in mind, all these corporate jobs were hounding me. I haven't applied for any corporate jobs, but they were coming at me because they see my resume on these job boards and they're like, hey, we want you. And I knew I could always get a corporate job, but I was like, no, I don't want to settle. And that's how I feel with my weight loss. I feel like I'm not in settling mode. I'm not in selling mode in, you know, relationships. I'm not in settling mode with my family. I'm not in settling mode with my career. I don't want to settle. And that's what band I feel has done for me. It's built the confidence internally and externally, which makes me more confident to expect greater. My pastor always says, expect, like last year was the big thing, greater expectations for our new church facility. Expect greater. And I really can feel that. Expect greater, Shanika. Don't settle. Stop settling for minimum. You're God's princess. Princess is of royalty. Stop settling. And so I stopped settling across the board. And, you know, a lot of people are uncomfortable with it. I'm uncomfortable with it, but I'm still not going to settle. And so then the state calls me and they offer me a job this week as a caseworker with Texas Health and Human Services. I will be doing case management for families, uh, assessing their needs, determining what qualifications they have for state funding and state programs. And it's like ideal job for a social worker. It's stability. Um, it's Monday through Friday. It's not on call, so I can still be accessible and available to my daughter. Holidays off, of course, because it's a state agency. And I'll be working with families, the disenfranchised, the socio-economic challenge dynamics. And I'm just so overwhelmed by God's plan. And I'm thinking, why have I been trying to do my plan all this time? His plan just seems to work out so much better. And so that's my authentic truth. I did not want to vlog during this period because I didn't want my uh, indecisiveness to deter people from God's message. And God said, be quiet for now. This is a season that I need to do with you alone. And I'm grateful. So that's my authentic truth right now. I am just like so thrilled. I report on Monday, and wow. But that's all I had to share. That's what's been going on with me. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I will speak with you soon. Bye bye.